while attending to the crisis-rocking Elegbeka community in Osrc local government area of the state during a visit by the community head in Akure. Akeredolu, who spoke through his special advisor on security matters and the state commander of Amotekun Corps, Adetunji Adeleye, enjoined the Baale of Elegbeka, Chief Olorunyomi Olaye, to ensure peace and security in his domain or vacate the throne. According to him, the state government will not fold its arms and allow some people to destroy the good name of any community. Chief Olaye promised to cooperate and work with the new executives with a view to restoring peace and security in the community. Reactions are still trailing the killing of Deborah Samuel, who until her death had been a student of Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto State. Former head of state Abdul Salami Abubakar condemned the act, calling for religious tolerance and understanding among Nigerians.
Certainly such an action should be condemned. We should realize we should be tolerant of each other, and also we should respect each other's views and religion. If you are not following a particular religion, I don't think it is fair and wise for anybody to comment and insult the leaders of any religion. Again, that will hurt some eccentrics in the other religion if they feel offended. But that does not give the right to kill somebody and treat that individual the way that lady has been treated. Also, the lady should be aware of the sensitivity of what she is saying. Certainly, I condemn that action, and we should respect each other the way we want to be treated.
Former head of state Abdul Salami Abubakar calling for calm over the killing of Deborah Samuel in Sokoto State. Similarly, the Northern Governors Forum has condemned the murder of Deborah Samuel, a student of Shehu Shagari College of Education Sokoto, who was killed on allegations of blasphemy. Chairman of the forum and Governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, in a statement expressed the forum's concern about the development. Governor Lalong frowned at the adoption of self-help in addressing grievances, whether religious or otherwise, which he noted could only lead to further chaos. The Northern Governors Forum, while commiserating with the family of the victim, urged security agencies to thoroughly investigate the matter and ensure that the law takes its full course. The governors also called on citizens of the region and Nigerians to show love, tolerance and respect for one another, irrespective of faith, ethnicity or other affiliations. In the meantime, the Sokoto State government has suspended the resumption of basic and secondary schools for 1 week. The suspension was announced via a statement by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Ibrahim Iya, in Sokoto. According to the statement, the suspension was sequel to the 24-hour curfew declared by the government. It directed all public and private schools to resume on May 22 for boarding and May 23 for day students. Meanwhile, corps members serving in Sokoto State, especially those in the Sokoto metropolis, have been advised to remain at home due to the 24-hour curfew. A statement by the management of the scheme said security agencies have been put on alert to ensure the safety of corps members. In the meantime, the Christian Association of Nigeria in the 19 northern states and Abuja has directed Christian leaders in the country to terminate their participation in the activities of the Nigeria Interreligious Council until their counterparts of Islamic faith show commitment to taming their followers on equal terms. The organization also called on Christian parents across the country, especially northern states, to discourage sending their children to any school in Sokoto State. Khan said the directive to parents would continue pending when the federal and state governments are willing to secure the lives of children both in Sokoto and other states. The organization was reacting to the killing of Deborah Samuel by Muslim fundamentalists at the Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto over alleged blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad. Away from stories on the Sokoto killing, a pregnant woman who was one of the abducted passengers in the Kaduna train attack has been released. A member of the concerned relatives of abducted persons, Sani Musa, confirmed the development. The pregnant woman, Thamina Mahmood, was said to have been released on compassionate grounds on Saturday afternoon after she and 61 others had spent 45 days in captivity. The release of the woman brings to 2 the total number of hostages that have been released so far by the terrorists, the first being the managing director of the Bank of Agriculture, Alwan Hussain. So let's move to politics. The wife of the president, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, has asked the All Progressives Congress not to grant free nomination forms as a strategy to relegate or sideline aspiring women from attaining high elective positions. Mrs. Buhari made the comment at the summit for over 700 APC female aspirants in Abuja. Women interested in the ticket of the APC for elective positions are expected to pay only for the expression of interest form, while the nomination form is free. Addressing the aspirants, the wife of the president acknowledged their courage to vie for various elective positions across the country. She also urged the aspirants to eschew jealousy and hatred during the coming primaries. Fresh attempts by drug cartels to export tramadol, ecstasy, MDMA and cannabis to Milan, Italy, Dubai and the United Arab Emirates through the Murtala Muhammad International Airport have been foiled by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. The agency also seized about 204,000 tablets of various pharmaceutical opioids and illicit substances in raids across Abia, Kaduna, Yobe, and Kogi states. NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, said 5 members of a syndicate which conducts fake recruitment into the security agencies have also been arrested in coordinated operations in Zamfara, Kebbi, and Bauchi State. You're watching the news at 7 on OSRC television. You can also watch us live on our website, www.osrc.ng, or follow us on Facebook, OSRC TV Ondo, and on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel, OSRC TV Ondo. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us on the news at 7. Welcome to the community and social events portion of this broadcast. The traditional age grade system in Yoruba culture, which has created a unique bond of brotherhood founded on peaceful coexistence for communal development, was recently on display in Ifera, a town in Akoko Southeast local government area. The indigenes from far and near returned to the ancient town for celebration as septuagenarians and sexagenarians were elevated into different ladder of the age grade system. Zahid Aribisala reports that the ceremony, referred to as Idagbasoke in local parlance, occurs once in 7 years. We will definitely bring you that report in the course of the bulletin. The role of a woman as helpmate to her husband has been re-emphasized as the panacea to instability in the home. Chairperson, Celestial Church of Christ, Good Women International Worldwide, Mrs. Khadija Teniolorunda, While addressing the good women at the first convention of the association held at Igboliki Cathedral in Akure, the Ondo State capital, said it is high time wives reclaimed their positions as their husbands' support. Omoriola Hungbeji reports that the three-day convention tagged Arise and Shine also featured presentation of awards to women who have distinguished themselves in society.
This is the first time in the history of Celestial Church of Christ when the good women, comprising those from within and the diaspora, would come together to commune with God, interact with one another, and also learn different skills to help sustain their homes. According to the chairperson of the group, Mrs. Kadijat Enolorunda, the 3 days convention took the women away from their comfort zone in order to meet minds on what is required to build and maintain a healthy home. She encouraged them to leverage on the teachings received for a morally upright society.
I'm so happy. My message to all the women is that they should continue to worship and serve God in the right way. They should not relent in their effort in seeking for God's face.
Analyzing the roles women play in society, the General Overseer Celestial Church of Christ worldwide, Right Reverend Gabriel Omoge, who was represented by General Superintendent Ondo and Ekiti Ayo Adeyemi, stressed the helpmate role of women to the men folk, which he said must not be taken for granted.
You are a special being. You are the mercy with God from God. If a man is without a woman, he is incomplete.
Encouraging the women to up their games as responsible helpmates to their husbands, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Ebumi Oshadaun, and Special Advisor to Governor Akeredolu on Public and Intergovernmental Relations, Olubumi Ademosu, said, because women have abandoned their responsibilities at home, it has resulted in the moral decadence prevalent in the society today. They challenged women to guide their homes jealously and be good ambassadors to their children for the society to regain its lost glory.
It is the prayer of women that is sustaining this nation. Let them continue. And you know, without them, there is no home. As long as we have a prayer for women in the house will be at peace. The husband will be comfortable. The children will be okay. And the home, when you get there, you know this is a home.
Don't think there is no hope. We should strive, we should work hard, and we should live in unity. Less of talking, gossiping, more of hard work, and God will help us.
Minister in charge of Celestial Church of Christ, Igboliki Cathedral, Akure, Olabode, Olalumande, as well as members of the group women, described the meeting as apt.
We thank God that there should be a resourceful woman to the world and to the nation and to the church and to their families.
Heard a lot from different women across the border. We have heard a lot from them, and I know that we are going to learn a lot from what they have taught us today.
High points of the event were awards presentation to some women leaders who have performed creditably in building the nation. Omoriola Hungbeji, Osrc News.
Okay, so let's go back to the story on the traditional age grade system in Yoruba culture, which was on display in Ifera Akoko recently. Zahid Aribisala reports that the ceremony referred to as Idagbasoke in local parlance occurs once in 7 years.
Ifira, a community in Akoko Southeast local government area of Ondo State, came alive for the celebration of the traditional age grade system referred to as Idagbasoke. The graduation from one age grade to another occurs once in 7 years, and this ceremony staged at the Oja Ishembaye was another of such. Septuagenarians, both male and female, who were in white attire, have concluded the 8th grade referred to as Itapo, a period of rest, and were initiated into the Eletu 8th grade, where they can now be referred to as elders, with prayers from the topmost 8th grade, called the Eyare.
That is a celebration that unites us together.
Many oceans have passed by, but being alive 7 years You are right, it's not a joke. So we have used this opportunity to thank our Heavenly Father.
On the same day, the sexagenarians were ushered into the age grade referred to as Etogbe, a group responsible for running the affairs of the community through social responsibility.
Etogbe is saddled with the responsibility of maintaining peace and tranquility in the society, in the Ifira community. Now we are to maintain peace to ensure that Ifira is progressing.
You see some people carry stick. I mean, what we call it, okpa. These are just a good, and that's the starting point. From there, they migrated to what we call it, akpo.
The regent of Ifira, Princess Folashade Oluboja Oshin, tasked the elevated individuals to approach their task with steadfastness.
I've tasked them to be committed to the job, to be patriotic, and discharge their duties effectively. And for those that are going to Eletu, that the people actually celebrating that they have reached the elderly position, they can now make decision for the community. So it is now left for them to let God guide them and make reasonable decision, and decision that will move the community forward.
Other indigents of the town, some of whom are looking forward to their turn, describe the occasion as a rallying point worth cherishing.
The unity of the town is now at the highest ebb. People are coming together to do fundraising.